During my college years, Christmas was one of my favorite times of year. Yeah, it could be stressful with all the final tests and papers and all that. There's just so much Christmassy stuff to do. There were Christmas concerts and city light displays and different Christmas get-togethers all across campus. But more than any of those other Christmas traditions, my favorite Evangel Christmas memories all have to do with the party known as Higgins. Higgins was a tradition that has gone on for a little over 20 years or something like that, I'm not for sure. But it was a party put on by the floor known as K2S. I lived on K2S for the majority of my time at Evangel, and every year on Dead Day, the day before winter finals, K2S would put on this Christmas party and open up to everybody who wanted to come. The entire floor would have so much Christmas decor, it was like Santa Claus threw up on the walls, and it turned out beautiful. The party itself was just a time for everybody to gather together and celebrate Christmas one last time before everybody headed home for a winter break. Leading up to Higgins, we had different obnoxious ways of advertising to the public. Guys on my floor and we would yell, "Higgins is coming," as a way of advertising for the party, letting everybody know that yes, it was indeed coming. The only time Higgins wasn't coming is when it was actually here, the day of Dead Day, the day of the party. Anytime after that or before that, Higgins is coming. We had sandwich boards that we would make the freshmen wear all across campus. My roommate and I, my senior year, we made Spotify playlists of Christmas music that were over 24 hours long, and we would blare these playlists outside of our window for the whole world to hear. That didn't go over well with everybody, but hey, can you blame us? We have the Christmas spirit. So every single dorm room had a game, theme, or some kind of activity. Different rooms included a ping pong room and Nintendo 64 room, a live music room, a dance room, Pictures with Santa room, classy Christmas room, which was the first time I ever tried eggnog in my entire life, my freshman year. If you lived on the floor and you were putting a room together, you were only limited by your creativity. So what did I do with my room? Well, since it was a Christmas party, the logical thing I determined was to make a Hanukkah room, because I'm me. I spent probably about $100 of my own money and bought all the Hanukkah decor I could find at our local Party City. I played whatever Hebrew music I could find online and just blare it. I don't know the words, but it was fun. It just felt right. My original idea was to teach everybody how to play dreidel, and anybody who would come into my room, we would play dreidel, the actual Hanukkah game. But that wasn't very popular, so the next best thing I could come up with was to take big sheets of paper, tape it onto the wall, and give everybody markers, so when they would come into my room, I would tell them, hey, take this marker, write something that makes you angry or frustrates you, and scream at it. I called it the Wailing Wall, like the real one in Israel. I recognized the fact that this wasn't the most culturally appropriate thing to do now. I didn't mean any offense by it, and finals and the end of the year can be incredibly stressful for some people, and they needed to blow off some steam, and my room during Higgins was easily the most therapeutic room throughout the entire party, so you're welcome. My favorite Higgins memory would probably be the picture I took with a couple of my best friends, Chris and Sean, my freshman year. This picture became so iconic in our friendship that we decided to attempt to replicate it every single year throughout our college years. We did it again our sophomore year. We did it again our junior year. The picture's lost in time. We did it again our senior year. And we were able to do it for the 5th time the year after I had graduated college, one last time, and it's just cool that we are able to do it back to back to back. That's awesome to me that we had a tradition within a tradition. Putting Higgins together was a lot of fun, but it could also be incredibly stressful. We are having hundreds of people onto the floor on one night. We're trying to keep everybody happy. We're trying to make Higgins the best and coolest party we can. My freshman year, the fire alarm got set off and everybody had to wait outside for like half an hour in the snow until we were allowed to go back in. That was fun. Sometimes we would have to make a Walmart run in the middle of the party to get more food or supplies. But the fun of putting Higgins together easily outweighed the stress. What made it worth it was creating the space for all of our brothers on the floor to come together, invite all of our friends from across campus from the different halls, and we would even have people who had already graduated or people who didn't even come to our school. People would just come together and celebrate with us. It's kind of freaky, the timing of certain things in life, because I had already planned on doing this video a couple weeks ago, but within the past few days, I have gotten word that Higgins won't be happening anymore. Turns out that there's a lot of drama going on at my alma mater. But either way, yes, it is disappointing to hear that it might not be or won't be happening anymore after all these years. I'm thankful that I have the memories that I do have, and I will forever remember the lessons that Higgins taught me in event planning, in putting together an event highlight video. Those are skills and lessons that I take into my everyday life now. In fact, just last night, I was a part of a team who put together a Christmas party for a bunch of foster children. The way this party worked is that we invited all these kids and their families to our church. Every single room had a theme, a game, some kind of activity to do. There was free food, there was games, there was pictures with Santa. Being at this party, it all felt eerily familiar. It was because this party, in a sense, reminded me of Higgins. It felt just like Higgins. This mass group of people running from room to room, doing different games and activities, taking pictures with Santa. Going forward, I'll always keep the lessons and the memories of Higgins close to my heart. And as corny as it sounds, I hope to keep the spirit of Higgins, that spirit of fun and celebrating together with your friends, family, and even people you don't know, and serving all these different people so that they're able to have a good time. Higgins taught me how to event plan, be a good host, decorate, all these different lessons that it takes to put together a Christmas party. And any Christmas party that I help put on, whether it be for my friends, family, or even foster kids, they'll be better off for it. In one way or another, Higgins will always be coming.